Alright mate, how you doing and welcome back to another video. Today I've got another Play Like a Legend Championships preview show for you. I shared the Season 2 preview with you a couple of weeks ago and got some really good feedback from you guys. We've changed the show slightly this time around because it is a brand new show and a brand new concept that, you know, the sort of Ultimate Team competitive FIFA scene is just being born right now and we're part of it, and you guys can be a part of it too, helping us make the best show, make the best content we can. So we've added a few things this time round I think you'll enjoy, like we're doing the draw for the groups on the show. And I think what happened on the last preview show is it kind of started straight away. I was in my suit, I was in the studio, and some of you were a little bit confused as to what was going on because it was a little bit different to my normal content on this channel. So I wanted to give you a little bit of an intro on it today, and we're going to have another preview show coming up. We've got another event this weekend live at the Gfinity Arena. Come on down if you want to, I'll be there all weekend. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward for this whole process to grow. You know, Ultimate Team competitive scene has got a lot of potential, and I want to be a big part of that. I want you guys to be a big part of it too. So leave some feedback on this week's show. Let me know what you think of it. And going forward, we can make the best possible show for you guys to enjoy. But that's enough talking from me now. Let's crack on with the Play Like a Legend Championship Season 3 preview show with Xbox One. Go.
Peggy 3.
Alright mate, how you doing and welcome back to the Play Like a Legend Championships presented by Xbox One. Now, a fortnight ago, we saw some of the best FIFA Ultimate Team players battle it out for prizes and a place in the Grand Final, which is happening in August. Today, we're going to be reviewing all the action from Season 2, along with pro FIFA player Dave Bythway. We're also going to be doing the draw for the groups of Season 3, which is coming up this weekend. That's why we've got this little fella here. I'm looking forward to getting that involved. But first things first, Dave, talk to me about Season 2.
Yeah, it was an incredible weekend. There was some great FIFA on show, some incredible prizes, and we got a new champion.
Yes, we did. We got ourselves a new champion. We'll talk more about him later. But first off, what were some of the other main talking points from Season 2 for you?
Well, in the group stages, we saw some great FIFA, a lot of goals. There wasn't too many shocks along the way.
You say there wasn't too many shocks. There was one big shock, wasn't there, Dave? Because your prediction didn't actually get out the group stage, which would be quite embarrassing for you. I'm sure that hurt your ego a little bit, didn't it?
A little bit, but, you know, they can't all be as good as me. Anyway, we had Zach Moore. He was a newcomer, and he managed to get out of the group stages, scoring a great goal with Rooney along the way, and made it into the knockout stages.
Yeah, he did really well, and it's nice to see some of the newcomers, you know, doing well in the competition. He got really close to a semi-final place, would have got himself some money.
Yeah, it just goes to show that just because you're inexperienced, you're not going to play bad here. It's definitely not the case.
Okay, well, let's move on to the big match, the final. What a game it was. What do you remember from it?
Yeah, we had Vitality Brian, who was one of France's best players over the past 2 years, and we had Ty Walton, who has dominated the UK scene over the past 4 to 5 years.
Well, let's talk about Ty first. He's a newcomer to the Play Like a Legend Championships, but he's not a newcomer to competitive FIFA. He's been on the scene a while.
Yeah, he's a big name in the FIFA scene. Everyone knows who he is. FIFA 15 hasn't been his type of game. He has struggled a lot, but he's realised where his weaknesses are and he's put them right, and he barely conceded a goal throughout the whole tournament.
Well, you mentioned that he didn't concede many goals, and is part of that because of his formation? Because there was a little bit of controversy on the stream for this one, people pointing out the fact that he played 5 at the back. Now, do you think that's negative, or do you think it's clever?
I don't think it's negative, because in FIFA nothing's really negative. You play to your strengths and you realise where your weaknesses are and you put them right, and that's exactly what Ty did.
Well, formations aside, one thing we noticed about Ty, a little technique he's got that might have actually helped him get to the final, is a certain ritual he has. He likes to take his shoes off when he plays. He wants to make himself feel at home, so he plays shoeless. What do you think about that? Have you got any match rituals you use in competitions, Dave?
I think we've all got a match ritual in our own. Mine is I just like to stand when I play. I feel like it helps me. But as you said, Ty did just want to feel like he was at home, because when you're at home, you feel relaxed, and when you're playing competitive FIFA, you need to be relaxed to play your best. So what a lot of players do, they will wear shorts and they'll take the shoes off just because that's what they do at home.
Well, it's interesting here, it gets a little bit deep because we followed him, right? We followed his foot habits throughout the day, because that's basically what we do here. And we saw that in the final, he changed his formation. He was supposed to play none at the bottom, he played 2 at the bottom. He wore his shoes in the final and he ended up losing it. Is that the reason he lost?
Yeah, probably. His head's gone. It's his pre-game ritual and he hasn't done it.
Very controversial indeed. Now, let's hear from the man himself on what he thinks about what the press are calling Shoegate.
Actually, I completely forgot that, you know, I had my shoes on, to be honest, and now you reminded me. I think that might be the reason why the Leroy Fer goal just went flying in.
Well, there you go. That's what Ty thinks about the issue. And just so you know, when I play at home, I always wear shin pads just in case it kicks off. Dave, let's talk about the person Ty played in the final, the very passionate Frenchman, Vitality Brian. Now, before the tournament took place, what were your first thoughts on his squad?
Yeah, well, we've talked about Ty now, just out on Brian's team. It was one of the weakest that we saw in a tournament. However, overall, the squad was actually pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw that team online in a game, you wouldn't necessarily pick it out as weak. Obviously, some of the teams in this tournament have been great, but he had some good players, didn't he?
Yeah, he had Ibrahimovic on the bench, who obviously made the difference, and it just goes to show that skill is still a big part of this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, he was able to overcome that 5 at the back formation that Ty liked to use, winning in silver goal in sensational fashion.
Great ball, could be a goal, could be game over. Oh, it's all over. Brian is going to be winning this tournament.
And it also shows you guys at home, if you're thinking you need Ronaldo or you need Messi in order to win this competition, you don't. Brian did it with Leroy Fer. So if you think you can qualify, get over to gfinity.net/legends, register, and maybe we'll see you at the big grand final in August. So that was season 2 in the bag. Let's look forward to season 3, which is happening this weekend. And Dave and I have been entrusted with the very important job of doing the draw for the groups. I'm very excited about this, Dave. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this all day.
Okay, let's get down to it. Now, the top 4 seeded qualifiers have already been put in groups, so we're going to be drawing the other 10 competitors today that are in there. And Dave, it's over to you, mate. Draw away.
That is number 4.
Number 4, okay, so joining Brian in Group A is going to be NB13 Sneakers in with the reigning champion in Group A. Let's get another Group A competitor, shall we, Dave?
That is number 6.
Number 6 is ex-poacher. He's retired from the poaching game, no longer a poacher. But yeah, he's going to be in there with NB13 Sneakers and Brian. Dave, what do you think of that group?
Yeah, it's a tough group. We've got the reigning champ, Vitality Brian, and we've got 2 newcomers in there, and I'm pretty sure they would have wanted to avoid the reigning champ in their first tournament.
Definitely. Let's take a look at some of their squads. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Brian already, how he didn't have Ronaldo and the big names. He had Ibrahimovic and whatnot last tournament. He's introduced Ronaldo. He's going to have him on the bench. Does that take him up a level?
Yeah, for me, I mean, he managed to win the tournament without him, so it just goes to show you don't need him, but if you can have him, then he's definitely useful.
He's got a very physical squad as well, hasn't he? And we know about Leroy Fer. He's got Yaya Toure, man of the match Yaya Toure, alongside him. He obviously likes playing the sort of strength game in there, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he's a possession player, Brian, so he needs to keep hold of the ball a lot, and he will get put under a lot of pressure, which is where the strength of the players comes into it.
Let's move on to Group B. Who have you got there?
Number 9.
Number 9 is Zach Moore 11. We saw him in the last tournament. He is going to be in Group B along with the losing finalist, Ty. Let's go again.
That is number 3.
Number 3, we have Marlott, a newcomer. So that's also going to be a 3-man group. What are your first thoughts on Group B, Dave?
Marlott's very unlucky there. He's got 2 players who've already been here in the past and got a little bit of experience. So yeah, he's a little bit unlucky in that sense.
You never know though, he might be able to get through. Let's take a look at some of their squads. Ty is obviously keeping his 5 at the back formation that he used so well in season 2. He's added a few faces though. Team of the season Naldo in centre back, 88 rated. Had any experience playing with or against him?
I haven't, but he looks like an absolute rock. I mean, Ty's defence, as we already mentioned, he's absolutely solid, and I'm pretty sure with that addition it's going to be even harder to break down.
And along with Brian, he also was given some legends as a result of doing so well in season 2, and he's got a Laudrup on the bench ready to make an appearance, so we may see him use a legend. Let's take a look at Zach Moore's team, because very interestingly, he's changed his formation to match Ty's. He's gone with a 5 at the back as well, so we're going to see 2 5 at the backs against each other in Group B.
We've mentioned how Zach did well in his group to get out and get to the quarterfinals, although in his quarterfinal he did get absolutely annihilated. So he's realised that his defence wasn't that good, and he's changed it. Like, looked at Ty's, right, Ty didn't concede many goals. Hopefully I can, learn from him and not concede many myself.
Very interesting. Looking forward to seeing how those 2 do against each other, and Marlott as well, of course. Let's do Group C, shall we, Dave?
That's number 8.
Number 8, so the first name joining Epsilon Rocky is XX Again 62. So he's going to be in there with Epsilon Rocky. Let's have another name, please.
That is number 1.
Number 1 is Emmy Boost 34. Okay, we need one more name for Group C. Let's have another one, please.
That's number 10.
Number 10 is Dignitas. So Tass, we know about him. Dave, what do you think about Group C?
It's going to be hard for the two newcomers, Emmy Boost and Again 62, especially with Tass and Rocky. They've both been here before. Tass has actually been here 3 times, and each time his team's getting stronger.
It is a very strong team. He'll be hoping to have third time lucky. Let's take a look at this team because he's got 3 legends in there. Different legends to what we've seen him use in the past though. He's going with Van der Sar, Laurent Blanc at centre back and Vieira in the middle. Vieira he's always been pretty loyal to. He's got that purple Ronaldo at left wing. It's a very strong team.
Yeah, I think that's the strongest team I've seen so far, and he's going to be looking to win it with that.
Well, maybe the people in Group D will have something to say about that. Okay, so Group D, we have Dr. Ahano, LBP Noyles, we have Sly Badger and Vincent 62. What do you think about Group D?
Well, Vincent 62 is the only one out of those 4 who have been here before, so the fact we've got 3 newcomers in that group is interesting.
Tell you what's also interesting is LBP Noyles' team. It's unbelievable. It's got a lot of team of the season players in there and a team of the year, but most interestingly, 2 silver players, one of which is a striker. It's team of the season still, but it is silver, Dybala up front. What do you think of that team?
It's a brilliant team. You said he's a silver player, but he's got bags of pace, which is what you need for a striker, and especially when he's partnering with Aguero.
Yep, it's a very strong strike force, and that concludes our draw for the Play Like a Legend Season 3 finals. You can see all the players on the screen now and their groups. They're all going to be taking part at the tournament this weekend at the Gfinity Arena. Now is your chance to add a legend to your own squad by taking part in our Goal of the Season competition. We've picked 3 of the best goals scored at the live Season 2 finals. Let's take a look at them.
Perez. Perez, ball, Ronaldo, goal! Gotta be, that's a big goal. Oh,
Wow, what a goal.
What a goal.
Wayne Rooney with 40-yard strike, and we saw Zach go for that.
Who can make that first breakthrough? Will it be Brian? Will it be Ty? Leroy Fowler strike!
wow.
What a goal to score in the final! In the final!
So, for your chance to win Butcher Gueno and the 2 Laudrup brothers, all you need to do is pick your favourite goal. Tweet your selection using the hashtag FUCKChamps, and we'll pick a winner at random from all the entries that matches the decision of our expert panel. Well, there you have it. Some great goals from Season 2. Lots to look forward to in Season 3. But Dave, this is the crunch time now. It's time for us to make our predictions on who we think will win Season 3. You didn't have a good prediction last time. Who are you going for?
I've mentioned before that regaining your title is hard, but I'm going to back Brian to do it this time. But more importantly, who are you going to curse this time?
I'm not cursing anyone, mate. I'm going with newcomer Dr. Ahano. He's got a PhD in Fifa. I'm telling you, he's going to do it for me. But that is it for today. Thank you as ever for joining me, Dave. Look forward to seeing you at the final on the 4th and 5th of July. You guys can join us too. Get some tickets at gfinity.net/legends, and we'll see you in person here at the Gfinity Arena. If you can't make it, you can watch us live on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Gfinity TV. But until the final, I'll see you when you're older. Don't go change it.